Welcome everyone. It's been a while since I've last scoped, so I'm hoping to jump on here to do one to keep up with my plan of doing a budget tip every Tuesday. Hello. Let's wait a few minutes for people to come on. Hello. So my name is SavvyMomElkie. I'm Savvy Moms Unite, where I teach moms how to live their life in the most creative, realistic, simplistic way. I'm always trying to advise the women that I work with some tips to help them get through their everyday struggles. Because I'm one who has been through many things and always felt like, gosh, if I had someone to just kind of run some things by and someone who could just give me some tips to help me manage my life, I would have been so much far ahead of the game. But I'm hoping to inspire women to do the same. But so welcome to the scope, and today's scope is going to be on self-esteem and spending habits. So when I make that connection, it's because me and my personal experience have had trouble with that. Whenever I felt I wasn't feeling great about myself, I overspend. I would, lavish on things because I felt like the things were going to make me feel better. Especially clothes. I always felt like, if I bought this one shirt, it'll make me feel better. If I bought this, pair of pants, or if I bought this, appliance or this equipment, I would feel better. I always try to justify my spending. And what I was realizing was, thank you. Welcome, Sterling. Thanks for the hearts. And just for those that are coming on right now, I'm just talking about self-esteem and how it's connected to your spending. This is SavvyMomElkie. So whenever I was feeling low or not feeling so great about myself, I would most certainly overspend. I would go out and buy stuff because it was what I was trying to deal with my issues. Thank you, honey. I was trying to deal with my issues through the things that I was buying. And so I felt like, well, if I looked a certain way or if I had certain things in my home, then that would boost my self-esteem. But what I wasn't realizing was I had to deal with the issue first before going out and buying all these things, because that doesn't really help. You have a house full of stuff, and what does that do for you? Yeah, you might feel good at the moment when you've purchased it. You might feel like, yes, awesome. I feel so good. I went ahead and got this new skirt or this new shirt. And there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. But when that becomes the way to deal with your self-esteem issues, you're left in debt. And debt doesn't help you build your self-esteem either. Have you ever met someone who's been so far in debt feel good about themselves? No. They're miserable. They're unhappy. They probably are unhealthy as well, physically, because of the stress of the debt. But you've met people who are pretty happy, who can take care of themselves financially. They can pay their bills. They can save money. They seem the happiest, right? Give me some hearts for that. So don't think because I'm trying to make myself happy through the things that I buy and putting yourself further in debt that you're helping your situation. You're only making it worse. When you feel the best, it's when you're smart about it, when you're smart about your money, and when you're smart about your spending, and when you can handle your debt. So deal with the stuff that's going on behind closed doors. Deal with what makes you unhappy. And then you can focus on other things. You can then deal with your budget. You can then feel like you're in control. You can then feel good about yourself. So you don't have to use the artificial, superficial stuff to replace the way you feel about yourself. You got to do the work. You got to maintain that sense of strength when you're dealing with your finances. Finances is all about emotions. People think, oh, it's because I don't have money, I can't do something. No. Your emotions are connected to the way you think about money. You don't know how to spend it because you spend it through emotions. You buy stuff because you feel good. You spend money on certain foods because it makes you feel good, right? So you'll go out and get a whole pack of Oreos and justify this buying those Oreos when in fact you probably don't need them. You probably could use something else to satisfy, your cravings. So you got to fix how you feel about yourself first, and then you start to work towards the finances. And then once you feel like you're in a good place, you will see things change. And I'm telling you from experience, I know when things have gone wrong for me, it's when I was not at the best place in my life financially. I was not at the best place in my life emotionally. And that's when I was the most irrational about spending. But I always try to make sure I check myself before I buy something. I will wait on it. I will think about it. And I'll say, you know what? If I got to think this hard about it, then I probably don't need it. 9 times out of 10, you're going to figure out a way to not need that item you so badly want. Certain things, yes, you need, but certain things you just don't. You can live. Thank you. Certain things you don't need them. Look around your house. Sometimes before you even go out to a store, look around your house. Shop in your closet. Shop in your fridge. Look around. You will find something. There's plenty of times I've come home and been like, gosh, thank God I didn't buy that item. I found it in my house. If you just got to do that, thank you. You just got to keep making an effort every day to boost yourself. Make yourself feel good. Doing some motivational stuff. Waking up in the morning, praying. Prayers, if anybody follows my scope, I always talk about God. God is how I get through. He's the only way. I wake up in the morning and I think about him, and I go to bed thinking about him because I understand his purpose in my life. And that helps with self-esteem. That helps you manage your money. There is always an answer with him. It helps you with a lot of things in your life. So when you're having those moments of doubt, self-doubt, and you want to, down on yourself, think about all the greatness that you have within, that you can bring to the world, that you can bring to your family, that you can bring to your partner, your children. And that'll help you really deflect all the negativity and really start to focus and get your stuff together. So once again, this is SavvyMomElkie of Savvy Moms Unite, where I teach moms how to live a creative, realistic, simple life. I hope to encourage women